battle rages ever on. The strongest of us falls asunder. Around the building I did creep. What would happen next, I wonder? Zolkin proves a hardy foe. All attacks prove futile. Words are mightier than the sword. I killed the man with matchless style. A life is ended with a word, an insult spat with toxin. All take heed of Dweezil's strength. He sees a man and mocks him. I really do have no wish to sound braggadocious, but it does bear mentioning that I did kill a man with mockery. I killed a man with mockery. I'm many things, but not a liar. I killed a man with words on dice and desire.
Dabov would like to just ask him, what the fuck? Like, they enlisted our help, and then all of a sudden they're attacking us. Like, what's going on? What was the plan? Why not just attack us outright?
We were sent here with a specific task, and we didn't feel that we needed to attack you. We whatever you may think of us, we are not monsters. We are not heathens. We came here to do something, and we decided that we could deal with this amicably.
But what was that task?
To meet Keller, of course. I would have thought that was perfectly clear at this stage.
Dickhead.
And who is Keller to you?
To me, nobody.
Well, who was she to your leader? She seemed very fond of getting his attention.
We do not speak of their relationship. It was a complex and difficult one.
But side piece.
They were no...
Fuck buddies, I believe it's called.
Friends with benefits.
I don't believe it ever went as far as that.
How very professional.
Finger in mouth partner.
I do not know what their finger and mouth situation was. This is not something that we, as the Seven...
Emphasis on the snakes, you backstabbing bastard.
As far as I can tell, a woman was in peril and we attempted to save her.
You're pathetic and you're not being truthful.
And what is your name, sorry?
My name is Traskin.
If I had a book of dicks, your name would be right at the top of the first page of the book.
Smooth. That
Just because he's got skin in his name doesn't mean he's a foreskin, alright?
Traskin just nods without any sort of a thank you, but without really wanting to involve himself in this conversation.
Krill lets out a pained groan, just to remind you that he is actually still fucking here.
Alright, big guy.
Help me.
Dabov just sort of says, I heard a weird noise. It sounded like it came from that window over there.
Dweezil steps forward towards Foreskin. Where were you going to take Keller?
We weren't going to take her anywhere.
Were you here to meet her or to capture her?
To meet her.
Right, so what to meet her to what end?
I don't believe that's any of your business.
But it is my business, you see, because knowing things is my business. Everyone will tell you that one of the things that I do very well, sir, is to know things, and in order to know things, people must tell me things, and that is what you must do, so that I may know them, and then I may tell other people.
There's a lot of things to know in this world.
Traskin, you're starting to piss me off. Why don't you fuck off?
Okay. And Traskin stands up to leave.
Yeah, see you later, prick. Hope I never see you again.
Big fella, we do kind of need him. We need to know
Traskin
why they were here.
Heading over to the nearest horse.
Can you just tackle him to the ground quickly?
I'd offer, but I'm a gnome. Can't imagine it's going to go very well. Does someone want to try and convince him to stay?
I'm going to push him off the horse.
Cool, the guy that told him to fuck off is now injuring him for doing so. Someone's took a leaf out of Dweezil's book.
No. Hang on, we've got a trying to push off the horse situation here.
He wasn't even on the horse yet.
Yeah, he got on the horse, mate. He's walked over to the horse while you're all talking about that. He's
I didn't say
on the horse.
shit. I just moaned that in pain.
So yeah, Krill, brilliant. Quinch, can you give me a strength check, please?
Yes, please.
Oh god, this is gonna get bad.
11?
Yeah, with your mighty 11, you manage to push Traskin off the horse, and he lands back on the ground.
Now you better start fucking talking, because I'm getting pissed off with your whiny bitch mouth.
Ooh.
Which is contrary to what I just said.
Getting pissed off with his mouth, and he's about to jam a finger in it, knowing you.
You're calling me whiny, yet all I hear is you whining. You asked me to leave, and yet you forced me to stay.
Tell us the whole story, or I've got fingers and I'm not afraid to put them places.
Traskin looks at your fingers quite coldly, without any real...
They're covered in shit from the hay shit still.
Gives you a little wink. Ooh.
I may have submitted, but I'm not afraid of your fingers.
Traskin.
Fine.
Traskin. When you rode into Nightstone, you rode in with you rode in with 6 others.
That's correct.
It is dark. It is night time. It is not safe for you to leave at this time of night. Stay, rest, and in the morning we will escort you north.
Why would I stay?
Because if you leave, the goblins and the bandits that we have rid of the town are waiting on the outskirts, and they will get you.
And I'm sorry. This guy just attacked us, and yet we're on about protecting him. Surely he should give us some bloody answers before we kill him.
Truskin looks over to Gregabel, raises an eyebrow, almost suggesting, finally, a bit of intelligence.
Fine, kill him, Gregamal.
Okay. Right, so we need to interrogate him, basically, so I reckon we should torture him in some way.
That's what the good guys do.
Very important.
So, yeah, would you like... Yeah, there's some water around the side if you want to...
I once tortured a guy by burning him at the stake, very much like a witch. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I think I heard about that.
What?
Did you set his pubes on fire?
Oh, well, I didn't personally. We tied him to a log in the middle of the town, and then I summoned a dragon, because, that's the kind of man I am. And, it came along, and, gently breathed some fire on the sticks below him, and, he was nice and roasty toasty. I remember the marshmallows afterwards. They were delightful.
Gregor, can you roll me persuasion, as I want to see whether he believes that that's something you've actually done? Can you, roll it with advantage because you're a stranger.
Okay. I am rolling. Hopefully they're going to pop up right now. So the first one is a 10 and the second one is a 17. He believes that you've done this, that you've... There's the added detail of the marshmallows, that's what it was. Without that, it's completely unbelievable.
But he rolls a 10. He's not intimidated by any means, but he at least believes that you are a man who is capable of such thing.
Well, I'm also probably one of the more gentle ones around here. What would the big fellas do? Oh, actually, I should say big fella. The other one's still asleep.
This is very simple, Trapskin. Either you talk, or you have an unpleasant evening, an unpleasant morning, and an unpleasant week, leading to your untimely demise in approximately 14 days, which is 2 weeks. I'm not stupid.
What's a week? We celebrate 10 days.
That's what I said. Sort of.
I've been talking. I've not stopped talking. I haven't heard a question that.
Where did you come from?
Where did you
Where
go?
did
Oh, Christ.
we came from Waterdeep. This is something that I believe Zolkin already told you.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm just validating.
And who is this Zoltan that you rode in with?
Zolkin is the leader of our group, or at least he was until you butchered him.
Does that now make us the leader of your group?
I don't think you understand how groups work.
Why are you called the Seven Snakes?
There were 7 of us.
What do you call yourselves now? Or yourself?
Just the snake, or are you just the snake?
Or
Cooler,
he
if
could join
anything.
our band and he could be the 6 Snakes.
He looks off sort of wistfully, like, and then there's just like a gentle nod, like, I think I am going to call myself the Snake.
How far is Deep Pond?
But I do not know this deep pond.
How far is your hometown?
It's nearby. It's
How
it's
near?
water. It's a half a day's ride, a day's ride.
What
It's-
took
it's
you?
not-
Why did you come so far? For a
We came-
girl.
We came to meet Keller.
Why?
She is known to her. It's known to us. We have business with her.
Why
Again,
and what?
At least this is not your concern.
Right, well, I guess we're going to deep water then, and we're going to fuck up your family of little snake brother and bitch sisters.
I mean, we've already done that. Surely we could just tie him to a stone and maybe chuck it in the river or something.
No, just throwing him in the fucking moat is the only desire I have right now, and if it doesn't happen, I will fucking scream.
Gregor passes Quinch some string.
I'm tying the dickhead up.
Krill lets out another reminding. "Arr."
I have nothing to help you, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a plan. We tie him up, we have a rest, which will be long, and then we throw him in the moat, and then we go set off for deep water.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
But if we're going to take a long rest, I'd like to check the building where I saw something out of the corner of my eye before we rest.
Can you do that after we've rested?
Depends, are you going to
Please.
die again? Or
I promise you I won't jump through any more windows. Just can we just all go to sleep?
Okay, so the plan is go to sleep, wake up, check a house, drown this pillock in a moat, go north, and, yes, we're going to this Water's Deep.
Yes, water's deep is definitely in the north, I suspect.
Yes, perhaps we can even find the villagers that you mentioned earlier.
We'll find them.
Ow.
I'm going to go to now tie up this fucking monstrosity trap skin.
Okay. You've still got some rope, I take it?
I've got some. Fairly certain I've got some. So yeah,
He's not going to resist. I mean, he's sort of understands that he's quite a calm mannered guy. He's not. This is not his first rodeo.
It's going to be his last.
It might be his last. Yeah. So yeah, you tie him up to where are you tying him?
Just tying his all 4 limbs together.
Oh, can you hog tie him? Hog tie him, so you know he's got like his arms
maybe around a
behind
fence
his back,
post
to his
so he
legs.
can't crawl away. Like around the wall of the
Can't crawl
fence
away,
post
the
in
hog
this.
tied.
Okay.
He might crawl. I don't know.
Might do the worm.
Krill says from his down position, "Why don't you strap him to the top of a boulder?"
None of you hear that because Krill is unconscious.
He's having a really specific dream.
So you tie up Traskin. Wait, are you leaving him outside?
No, we're going to drag him. Well, I'd like to drag him into wherever we sleep. I'll sleep with him.
Okie dokie. Roll me a strength check then, please.
Dude, you can't
where are
sleep
you?
with
Where-
your prisoners. That's like... No.
It's a war crime.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Where are you? Where are you staying? Where are you at the moment? So at the moment you're still by this farmhouse and this store.
I suggest we just sleep in the farmhouse here where the altercations took place.
So the store, not the farmhouse. Okay.
The store.
Is the store the one with the missing window because it got smashed out?
Yes, got a nice draft.
It is, and the immovable rod is still in there.
I think I reclaimed it, didn't I, during combat?
Okie dokie.
I believe someone
Right,
pissed and
yeah,
moaned
so-
about it.
So Quinch, you're gonna drag the prisoner into the storehouse.
I will drag Krill inside with us as well.
Really?
Oh, brilliant! Can I? Right, Quinch, can you give me
5.
a 5? I mean, you are a barbarian. You're a dragonborn. This shouldn't be difficult. You do manage to get him inside through the front door, but I think everyone's a little bit sad to see how long it takes you. Like no one lifts a finger. No one helps. They just see you very slowly. They're basically all inside at this point, Bar and Gregomel, who we'll come to in a second, and they're just watching you slowly just drag this prisoner 10 minutes into the storeroom, which is only a couple of feet away. Gregomel, can I get you're going to drag him on your
Just like by the scruff of the
small-
neck or whatever and pull him along.
Okay.
I'll down a
Krill is
drink
mostly
of-
topless. Like, the scruff of, like, literally just by the neck.
Okay. Yeah, do you have hair? I mean,
By his mohawk.
yeah, by your mohawk, I'm just pulling you back. I'm going to drink a Crimson Bullock first to stimulate body and mind.
a crimson bullock? Brilliant! What a caffeine monster. So
Strength
yeah.
roll.
What, did you roll a strength check for me, Greg?
It is 13. I don't think I've got any extras on that, but I will double check. Strength is +0, so no, I don't. It's 13.
So you equally take quite a long time to drag Krill in, but the difference with you is you've got a longer distance to grab him, to drag him, and also, you know, you're a smaller person dragging a larger person, whereas the other time round it was a larger person dragging a smaller person. So
it's been a long day, right? Can I just say?
You did perform like you were meant to. Performance issues happens to all of us.
Yeah. So Krill and Gregomel now make their way into the storeroom to settle down for the night and have a long rest. But as Dabov said a moment ago, as he walks into the room, he remembers, despite the battle and the shenanigans that have been going on, he remembers that on his way out he noticed something. And essentially what he saw as he was jumping through the window was this is a store of adventuring gear. There's ropes and there's hide and all these things that you'd expect in a normal place. But just sort of out the corner of his eye, he just noticed down, sort of unassuming, not almost as if it wasn't for sale, but it was for sale. But it's almost like the people that owned it didn't really know what to do with it, and they just sort of chugged it to one side and just hoped that one day they'd understand what it was. And it's just an amulet, but there's something that Dabov noticed about it that caught his eye, and he's an inquisitive fellow. So you just notice this amulet basically, and it's up to you whether it's something you wish to take with you or not.
I'll pick it up if it's piqued my interest. Okay. I'll stow it away.
Okay, it's a copper amulet, and that's basically all I'm going to tell you about it currently. But I suspect on your long rest you'll fiddle around with it and have a look at it, and we'll come back to that shortly.
Okie dokie. I'll add that to my.
Also, as we enter the. So you've all settled down for the night. I assume you're going to take your long rest now and get yourself back up.
Yep.
Okay. You've been here for a day. All of these many things that have happened to you in Night Zone have happened in the course of a morning, afternoon, and evening. You decide to settle down. Suddenly, And for the first time, realistically, you get a sense of peace. You thought you heard it earlier, but in hindsight, there was still a bit of crackle of energy in the air, and maybe you were still a bit buzzed. Whereas now, you feel like you've accomplished something, despite the fact you've got a prisoner. It feels like there's finally a bit of tranquility, and you all settle down, and you decide to have your long rest, and the night passes uneventful. Daybreak comes, the sun rises, and you all feel refreshed. You all feel this was something that you needed. Maybe it wasn't the best long rest that you'll ever have. It wasn't the longest rest that you'll ever have. But it's definitely, as a group, it's a satisfying one. And
Krill awakes screaming because the last thing he remembers was being knocked unconscious. Ah! 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 What the fuck happened?
Easy, big fella. Quinch awakens and he's stroking Traskin. This fine fellow is Trapskin, and he makes a fine, cuddly little one. We've just had a wonderful night, isn't that true, Trapskin?
I didn't sleep, but yeah, I don't know what I was going into mental sands then. I was going a little bit scoused. Yes, I've had worse nights.
Well, to hear about those.
I won't tell you about them. We're not friends. I don't know where you think we're friends.
After what I've done to you last night, I certainly hope that constitutes some kind of friendship.
Is it possible to take the pillowcase off now?
Yes, you'd better give that back, actually. I've got plans for it.
Really? Plans for a pillowcase? That seems awfully weird for a barbarian, purebred dragonborn.
You know little about me if you think I'm pure-blooded.
And I'd like to keep it that way.
In this adventuring store, can I just ask, I'd like to take some rope. Is it all hempen rope, or is there any silken rope?
There's some silk. I think there's some silk rope. Let me just consult. But I believe that there is some silk.
How much rope is there? Because I'd also like some rope, actually.
Okie dokie. Let me
Or just what is there really in here?
I tried that last time. He said, "What is it you want?"
Yeah, this. Yeah, it's probably easier if you tell me what you want, and I'll tell you if it's there or not. Essentially, it's a fairly stocked, but still relatively modest adventure store. You're not going to find weapons. You're not going to find armor, but you're going to find things. Codpiece, new, but there are. Let me just answer Dweezils. So yes, there is some silk rope, and there is 100 feet or two lots of 50 feet of silk rope.
I'll take all of the silk rope.
Okay, you take that. You steal from the shop.
Yep. Right.
Cod pieces. There are no cod pieces. I suspect that's probably armor in theory.
Okay, I can't see a cod piece, so this is a little bit awkward. Quinch steps up from his bed, completely nude, and walks over to the corner of the room where he left his trousers, in which he bends over. Everyone sees he's fairly well endowed, but when he bends over, it reveals his arsehole.
Wait, does he have a tail?
No.
Oh, so it's not like a cat and he doesn't lift his tail on purpose.
No. So everyone sees his arsehole as he picks up his trousers, and then he pops his trousers on.
What the fuck?
No.
Could you tell us if he's bleached or shaven or...
Fuck me.
It doesn't look inviting, put it that way.
This is weird. Right. Yeah, so there's other things. I mean, there's ladders, there's oil, there's parchment, crowbar. It's just a general trader's post. It's a general adventuring gear type place.
I'd like to grab a crowbar, and I'll leave a gold piece on the counter.
That's very kind of you. Okay, there's 4 crowbars, so you can just take the one, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. Anything else?
Is there any sort of glass jars or containers, things like that?
That's a good question. Is there
or pouches, or just
There's
something I could store stuff in that's fair, reasonably not
There's a jug, or a pitcher. There is
something with a lid, basically.
Yeah, I feel there is. Let me just quickly find what we would have here. A water skin.
I assume that means it's watertight. Like, it's not going to spill.
It would be a fucking awful water skin if it didn't.
But I mean, more if it's turned upside down, or it's not going to leak. It doesn't have to be the right way up or anything. Presumably, it could be sealed.
Yeah.
They probably got like a bum top or something in it.
Yeah, so there's 4 water skins, and you do actually see 1 glass bottle.
Okay, I'll take those unless anyone wants the water skins. I'll take as many containers as I can without depriving anyone else of them.
Okay, so you can take all of those?
Yeah, unless anyone else wants one of the water skins. I'm guessing not.
No.
There you go. Yep. So you take 4 water skins. There's some vials.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know if they've got lids or not. I'm going to say for the purposes.
I'm assuming
like
test tube with a cork in the top type thing.
Yeah. There's 3 vials. They're obviously going to be quite small. They're not going to be particularly large or anything.
Okie dokie. Anything explosive at all?
No, there's nothing. Oil, which is more flammable than explosive, I guess. But
I've already got some oil,
so
I'm good. I think.
There's no gunpowder at the moment or anything like that.
Okay.
Is there a toilet anywhere?
There's not a toilet. No. It's not that kind of store.
Did anyone go for a shit last night?
Unless I shat myself while I was asleep, I don't believe so.
No one's got any shit.
As Krill is talking about whether or not he's had a shit in his sleep, an animalistic energy courses through, and he just he's searching around the room, and suddenly it's the first time he's noticed this. There's a stuffed bear in the corner, possibly showing off why, or showing off the type of thing that maybe some of the vendors of this establishment might be looking to do, maybe doing some hunting, although it's not got the weapons, but it might be looking to, use the ropes and whatnot. So there is a stuffed bear which I believe Krill would be very enticed by.
Lads, I have found a teddy bear. And with that, he feels a rush of energy come through him. He lets out a bear-like roar. And with that, Krill has found his totem. The source of his bear-like energy comes from this teddy bear, which he will keep with him always.
What are you taking?
How big is this stuffed bear?
Sorry, I should know. It's a whole bear.
Oh,
okay.
I thought
it's like
when you said a stuffed bear,
brown...
I assumed you meant a teddy bear.
No,
I'd love for Krill to have a teddy bear as his totem. That'd be adorable.
So what? There we go. Retconned. I was wrong. I was actually wrong. It was actually a stuffed teddy bear. Krill's bear totem is Mr. Snuggles.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's like a giant, scary Mr. Bean, isn't he?
I'm gonna get poor job on my part, because I should have described it. It was like a big hulking 8-foot brown bear in the scary pose, but I know I'm
sort of thing
I missed that first time. I missed the 8-foot hulking bear.
No, you just thought in an adventuring store that people would be impressed by there being a stuffed bear on the plinth in the corner.
We've actually gone into a Build-A-Bear workshop.
I push past the 8-foot stuffed bear and I see a small stuffed teddy bear, and I'm like, this is the source of the bear power that I've just felt run through me. Not the actual bear, the full-sized bear. No, not that. It's this replica stuffed teddy bear that is clearly a child's toy, is what I will draw my energy from.
Can Krill now go around the room and pick up little items for his bear like it is actually a Build-A-Bear workshop? Can we just spend the next half hour to an hour customising Krill's bear?
If we find a tailor, he's 100% getting a miniature Krill outfit.
Oh, amazing.
FYI, before the end of this session, the bear has to have a name, otherwise he falls apart.
Amazing.
Is there a sink?
Is there a sink? There's no. There is a sink, but obviously not a plumbed one or anything like that. It's essentially a bowl that people you would use to wash their hands. And
Has it got water in?
No.
Quinch shits in his hand and slaps
Starts
Trask
clapping.
and slaps Traskin
Why?
because he thinks he's a dickhead. And then he rubs his hand on the floor by way of this.
What?
Because there's no
What
sink.
would you have done if there was a sink? Like, where was that going before you had to improvise that?
Wash my hands.
Fucking hell.
That's why I asked if there was a toilet there, because I was hoping someone shit. Because I had to squeeze quite hard because didn't need a shit that badly.
Krill says, Teddy, don't look! And covers the bear's eyes.
Roll me a intimidation, please.
Your sword's covered in shit. Why did you have to use your own?
Why does there need to be any shit in this game?
Because we're playing with MJ.
4.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on a second. I'm just checking something.
I wasn't really trying to intimidate him.
Just this weird fetish you have, yeah?
Whilst this is happening, Krill goes round and goes, Dabov, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend. He is the source of my power.
I just rub him on top of the head and just go, hi there, little guy. And then I rub the teddy bear.
I then go around, I repeat it with Dweezil. Dweezil, I'd like you to meet my friend. He is the source of my power.
What is his name?
I've yet to establish that.
Oh, he needs.
Why are you talking like a robot?
I've just been unconscious.
He needs a name. If something is important to you, you must give it a name.
What would you suggest, sir?
Well, let's look at him. Let's see what names spring to mind. He's got. What colour would you describe this fur as?
Oh, it's like a deep chocolate brown.
The colour of chocolate. Would you say?
One could say he's the colour of the night.
Brown?
What? Look.
The colour of the night that I had.
Just let's not do the Native American thing of naming him after the first thing it sees, because currently Quinch is literally shit slapping someone in the corner. I don't want this bear to be called shit slap, although I kind of do now. I'm not gonna lie.
I so want him to be called shit slap.
It's not happening.
Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes, Krill. And what does it make you feel?
It reminds me of my daddy issues.
Daddy issues the bear. Love it.
So he is the colour of chocolate, and he reminds you of your daddy.
Cocoa Papa.
Oh, just thinking chocolate daddy, but I think we may have issues with that.
Yeah. This name is problematic.
Maybe we'll let's revisit the conversation later.
Yeah.
Coming back to shit slapping. Yeah, what did you roll? Sorry, you rolled a.
I can't
13.
remember, so I'll have to
5.
re-roll
It was a 5.
a 5.
I know it was late, that's why I wanted to read.
He just arches his back, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "Is that everything?"
That's all I've got for you for now until I kill you in about 10 minutes.
Right. Dweezil goes up to him with his dagger in his hand, just presses the dagger up against the man's cheek, and says to him, I have left you alone and let the big ones deal with you. But now it's time for you to give some real answers. What was your business with the woman here?
Intimidation advantage, please.
Intimidation, so it's 23.
Yeah, you managed to finally wear him down. He's not going to be crying like a baby by any means.
Let's see.
But the But the scent of shit in his nostrils and the feel of a cold blade against his hand, and just probably fearing somewhat for his back passage, he's slightly worried that he's going to be in some troubling times, and he, as if this wasn't already troubling times, and he looks at you and says, "We came here to secure Nightstone for our own."
Thank you for listening to Dice and Desire. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review in your favourite podcast app. In between episodes, you can interact with us on Twitter and Instagram @Dice and Desire.